Hello, hello, and welcome to episode 61 of the Sunday League Pundit Show. Now, you'll notice that it's not only very, very quiet in here, but there's nobody on screen. However, we have a real treat for everybody today, because not only have I got a chair next to me, so I am going to be joined on camera this week. I am going to be joined on camera by the one, the only, Mr. Tin Ribs. How are you, sir? Here is Tin Ribs on camera.
I am fantastic.
And he is a ho-ho-ho.
Oh, yes, a very jolly chap today.
The reason he's very jolly is because we have just sat together and watched the Leeds versus Oxford game. Which, Tin Ribs?
Yes, it was a very close affair. The Oxford keeper was outstanding, and he actually was.
He really was brilliant, to be fair.
And it was a very close score line. None of our strikers managed to score, but we still managed to put in a very modest 4 goals.
4-0 to Leeds, which seems a really good place to play music. Hello, hello, and welcome to episode 61. You have myself, Tin Ribs.
Hello, Tin Ribs.
I'm not Tin Ribs.
I'm Stretch.
You have myself, Stretch. I can't even remember. I must be getting old. I don't even know my own name. You have myself, Stretch, and next to me on camera this week, we have our very own Mr. Tin Ribs. Now, this is going to be a very special watch-along of the Arsenal versus Crystal Palace game. And it's also very special because it is Christmas. Not special enough for Jim Jam to bother his arse joining us, but it's special for us.
I think I heard him talk about drinking an entire bottle of sherry and...
Yeah. Oh, well, I heard something about drinking lots of Guinness.
Oh.
So he must be hammered.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably can't even think.
To be fair, the sherry probably wasn't a festive thing. It was probably more to do with the fact that Southampton are absolute dog shit.
Yeah, that could have something to do with that, actually, mate. I reckon what it is he just doesn't want to be embarrassed about the results, really, which you can't blame him for. But yes, as we mentioned in the little intro, that your boys did you proud today.
Oh, they did.
They were absolutely superb, to be fair to them. I don't like saying it when he's here because, you know, it's him and I like to just put him down, if anything. But Leeds were fantastic today. However, special mention has to be made to Oxford's goalkeeper, who, although he conceded 4, should have conceded 8.
Oh, Cummings is brilliant. He made some absolute outstanding
There were some
stops.
really good stops there. If you're watching on camera on YouTube or whatever, and you see us just glancing up, we've got the game on behind the laptop that we're recording on. So, like I say, this episode is going to be a watch along. I will put it in the title so people are aware. Even on the audio only, I'll put, Arsenal watch along with Crystal Palace. Arsenal. So at least when we're sort of halfway through a conversation, then we sort of all of a sudden just go, oh, look at that. Yeah, they'll know why. Because it's not, it's obvious that we're watching a game now. So, it hasn't started yet. But
no. So we are just...
apart from all the sackings that have happened since we last recorded.
I know, yeah. It's been eventful, hasn't it?
There's been a couple of them. Now, I had written them all down, and I'd got it all neatly in a little book that I'd forgotten to bring into the gym for recording. So I don't have them to hand, but I'm pretty sure that Southampton's manager was
Finally
one of them.
went.
Bit late, because they could have had Van Nistelrooy, who could be a great manager. We don't know yet, because he hasn't really had long enough to decide whether he's going to be great or not. But I have heard that they're after Sheffield Wednesday's manager, whose name escapes me.
You say that. I heard a thing that him and Corberán had made a shortlist, but they've added someone. What? Are you okay?
I just don't know if I can take you seriously wearing that shit. For those on audio only, he's come basically dressed as a Grinch-hatted Santa. So he's got like a Christmas hat that's a Grinch Santa hat,
and a small modest beard,
and a ridiculous massive grey beard. So that's why he's on camera. But it's just I'm trying to take you seriously. Oh, sorry.
Yes. Anyway, as I was saying,
professional up.
From what I've heard, the reason they haven't gone for the likes of Corberán and I can't remember his name, Sheffield Wednesday's manager, is because they don't want to pay out a compensation.
You're going to have to if you're a manager.
Basically, they're saying we're broke as shit. We've got no money and we don't mind going back down.
They won the most expensive game in world football.
Yeah.
the most financially rewarding game in all of football,
Yeah.
and they can't afford a bit of confidence, it's not going to be hundreds of millions of pounds to get that manager.
Bitches got bills, man.
Southampton are definitely the bitches of the Premier League this season, that's for sure. But I mean, I get it. I know they've got outlays, and I know they've got this and that and the other and all the rest of it. But I just think that it depends how desperately you want someone. Do you want to survive? Then you need to put a bit of money behind. Don't give me that, oh, we're broke. No, you're not.
Norwich did it for years.
Yeah, but they bounced up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now they're just down. So there's no glory at the end of that. You need to do a Brentford. You need to get promoted and stay there. Put your effort into staying up. Put your money into staying up. Because guess what? That's where the rewards are from.
Yeah.
You do not get rewarded for being relegated, albeit parachute payments is a little bit of a reward for relegation, which I personally don't agree with. If your bills are too high when you get relegated, guess what? Tough shit. Sort yourself out. I think parachute payments should be scrapped. But I also think once you get into the Premier League, you need to stay there. You need to put your resources into it.
One argument I have in favour of the parachute payments is it's all good saying if your bills are too big, get rid of them. Look at some of the players that are out there, and they'll have got relegated. They're on 80 grand a week. But the problem you've got is someone's actually got to want to have that player in order to offload them.
Look at Arsenal. We struggle getting rid of Nketiah and Nelson and all them because the wages are massive for players that aren't worth it.
So the problem you've got is you've got a team that have just got relegated. So it's clear that as a team, they're not good enough. So, yeah, from time to time, you'll have a team like, let's say, take, for example, Leicester. Leicester got demoted, and then all of a sudden, everyone's going straight after Maddison. I get it.
Quality player.
Absolutely.
I mean, he made the wrong choice. I'd like to point that out. And Gray, I still haven't forgiven Archie Gray. And he still isn't being given the minutes.
No, he had a good game against Southampton.
As a what?
Centre-back.
He's a DM.
Yeah.
Why are you wasting him? Tottenham, you need to have a word with yourself. I know I don't like you anyway, but you need to have a word with yourself because you're ruining good players.
Just a very quick one.
Is that another goalkeeper shirt for Arsenal? That's a plain yellow one.
I don't know. I was too busy looking at the American college style.
Do you know, I was looking at that. Do you know what I thought? Greece.
I'm just trying. I don't know if I like it or not.
I don't, because guess what? It's not a football jacket. It's like a baseball jacket from America.
Yeah, it's.
You can tell we've got American owners when you look at that jacket.
Yeah.
I might have to put a picture of it up on
a weird
the
one.
YouTube videos.
Yeah.
They're just coming out to the initial start of the game.
Yeah. So like I was
holding
saying,
the kids' hands and stuff.
And Leeds is a good example because we had to let so many players go out on loan last season.
Yeah.
Just to meet the wages because we literally had so many players on big wages, but people didn't want them. We sold at a loss so many players last season, not this season, last season, because obviously we made quite a profit this season. But last season, we're like letting the likes of Diego Llorente go for, I think we let him go for 5 million, but we paid 17 for him.
Jesus.
Yeah, we had a lot of players like that. And we're having to let players go on the free, like Robin Koch, just because we needed them off the book. Yeah.
That name will never not be funny. I'm 43, but I act like a 3-year-old. And do you know what? Like, anybody that says to you, you're 43, you need to grow up, no, you don't. As long as you're adulting, as long as you've got a job and you're paying your bills and everything in the household's taken care of, you can be as fucking childish as you like. Because do you know what? If you grew up and everyone was serious all the time, like, how fucking boring would life be?
Very.
Well, we wouldn't be doing any of this shit anyway. We do this because we're kids and we want to get together and have playtime as adults because you just don't do it as adults, do you?
Yeah, because this is dead serious, isn't it?
I can't take you serious. But I will say, and I will say again, specifically because we're watching Arsenal versus Palace at Crystal Palace, I would like to shout out Macron because we are playing against, by far and away, the best kit in the Premier League. It is phenomenal. I really, really like it.
Yep.
And if it wasn't Palace, if it was like a League One side, I would buy one. I like it that much.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Is it Bologna playing the same colours? I think it's Bologna. If Bologna wore that kit, I'd buy it.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. But then Macron did Macclesfield FC kits a few years ago, and they're the best kits that Mac have had. I absolutely loved them. There's something about Macron, mate. You guys are winning. winning. I might have to.
I think
clip
it
that
is
and
the
tag them
fact
and-
that they literally do something unique for every club.
I mean, I was talking to Tim Ribs earlier, and those that are watching will see that I've got Arsenal's goalkeeper shirt on this week, the yellow one. And we had a chat, and I said to you, I like some of the keeper shirts, and because I'm not a keeper, I don't buy them.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why do people will go and buy the Arsenal shirt, and they'll wear it out and about, or they'll wear it to play football. And why can't you wear the keeper shirt? And it hit me that, like, why are people just not buying it?
But I do.
And I thought, well, yeah, but you are a keeper, so that's why. I realised as well that we're both wearing yellow, so that probably wasn't very well worked out this week. But I've just had my keeper shirt delivered. I've just had your yellow shirt delivered, which, albeit did get here late. It's meant to be a birthday present for him, but it did get here a couple of days late, which I've apologised for.
It's all
Should
right.
have been here on
I'll
Monday,
let you off.
but at least the thought was there, eh?
I'm quite liking that.
I prefer
Arsenal shirt.
that goalkeeper
So
kit to this
David
one.
Raya is actually
'Cause
wearing
that's like
a
the away-
completely unique
Right,
shirt.
I'll take you back to when Arsenal had a glow-in-the-dark yellow away kit with black swishers on it. Take the black swishes off it. It's just a plain high-vis shirt, and that's what he's
I
wearing.
just
It's
want
really
to say,
nice, actually.
I think I caught it at a glance. The Adidas emblem is the old school, like flower shape.
Oh, is it really? I didn't see
I
that.
think so. I mean, I might be wrong, but at a
I
quick
do.
glance,
I do like that blue and lilac away kit, though.
Yeah,
I
it's
do
nice.
like that one.
It is nice.
It's one of my favourite ones. I have got it as well upstairs.
What a surprise!
I know, yeah, I do tend to buy all the Arsenal. I can't afford food, but I buy these. No, I'm only joking. Like I said, you adulting, get your bill sorted, then you can piss about afterwards and act like a 3-year-old. I do like that kit though.
Yeah.
Although I can't find it anywhere to buy it.
Probably doesn't exist.
Yeah,
Yet.
that wouldn't surprise me. Although the all-white one was not meant to exist, and I've managed to get hold of one. The one that was for knife crime or no knife crime or whatever it was meant to be for. Remove the red or whatever it was called. So we are currently watching it. It's kicked off now. We're 27 seconds into the game. So we will be referencing the game as well as talking about football. Which reminds me, let me try and not bang the mic this week because Tim Ribs has told me that it's really irritating when I do that.
Yeah, it's like horrendous.
Um,
So just to finally finish off what I was saying, I think the parachute payments is okay in the sense that it allows you to, it gives you that more grace time to offload players.
I get
that
why
are
it is, but you
churning.
get it for 3 years.
Yeah,
if you
but-
only got the one when you got relegated, I'd kind of understand it.
Yeah, sometimes it takes more than a year to shift a player. Nketiah.
Yeah, and I get that. I get it, but I don't think you should be rewarded for mediocrity,
Oh, I agree.
which is what parachute payments are doing. I'm really struggling looking at him, people. I'm trying, but it's really hard to take him serious. I'm trying. Right. Again, Macclesfield mentioned. Prescott Cables 2, Macclesfield 2. Quite a disappointing result. Prescott had a guy sent off in the 96th minute. We're not sure what for, but it was a straight red, so I'm assuming it was somewhat pretty lethal because at that level you have to do something. Now, West Ham 1, Brighton 1. Kudos scored, and what's his name? Weefer. As in UEFA, but he's not good enough to have the U. So
he weefered it.
He weefed it. I don't know what that means.
Well,
So
if you
we
whiff something, it's a...
yeah, that's if you whiff it, not if you weefer it. Jesus
depends
Christ, people. Welcome to the Sunday League
Depends if
Pundit
you
Show.
ask,
This is
Jonathan
about
Ross
the
as well.
mentality that we've got. I'm sorry, it's just who we are. So, yeah, Fabianski got man of the match, so I'm assuming. Let's go on to the stats and have a look what happened. 54% to 46% possession. Not a lot in that, really, is there?
No.
11 shots for West Ham and 12 for Brighton. Not a lot in that. 4 on target for West Ham, 6 on target for Brighton. So there's not a lot in it. So I'm assuming Fabianski's saves must have been better than the other guys, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. But 1-1 West Ham Brighton. I would, if I had to put money on that, I probably would have put a draw. If I was forced to at the beginning
Brighton
of the game.
started off this year really strong. Well, this season really strong, but last couple of games are sort of. Well, let's be honest. We didn't see them getting absolutely smashed by Crystal Palace the other week, but
No,
it
definitely didn't see that coming.
So yeah, I think they've sort of dropped off a touch. So yeah, I'd probably say a 1-1 draw is probably about right.
Yeah, I don't think that was too big of a shock. Then the next game, we have Ipswich 0, Newcastle 4, and the absolute prick that I took out of my dream team scored a hat-trick.
I say he's a
You
legend
bastard.
because I put him in.
I took Isaac out of my dream team and he goes and scores a hat-trick. So I was borderline in tears. Yeah, grown man, not afraid to admit it. Cried over a football match. What of it? And yeah, Isaac scored 3, so I was absolutely gutted because my dream team's probably got about 4 points. He's just got loads by himself. What a twat. But again, Newcastle 4, Ipswich 0. If somebody had told me before the game they've put a bet on 4-0, I wouldn't think they were mental. So it's not a massive shock. It leaves them third from bottom with 12 points. And then you've got Wolves just below them with 9, and then you've got Southampton on 5.5 points. After 16 games, Southampton have 5 points. See what happens when you don't turn up to the podcast. Jim Jam! Southampton are rock bottom, having won 1 game in 16, and they have 5 points and a wonderful minus 25 goal difference.
So,
It's almost like they're competing with Derby.
on that note, who's Ramsdale moving to next season?
I vote whichever one of the bottom 3 stay up. So possibly Leicester. Next.
Because what's going to happen is he's going to get relegated again. So he'll complete the hat-trick of relegation.
Wow, that's a bit harsh on him considering a lot of the defeats have been without him.
Yeah, but he's still getting relegated, isn't he?
Technically, I think you're just being a bit harsh. I mean, I've got a bit of
How am I being harsh?
I've got a soft spot for Ramsdale, so I'm going to defend him.
I quite like Ramsdale. What you got to remember is, right?
Come back to Arsenal, Ramsdale. We'll have
facts
you.
are more important than feelings, right?
Yeah.
He got relegated with Bournemouth. He got
did.
relegated with Sheffield United.
He did.
And now he's going to get...
Technically, he didn't get relegated because he left before the season started in the Championship. So did he get relegated? Because he didn't actually go down to the Championship.
His team came fucking bottom, yeah.
But did he get relegated?
Yes.
Because he never played a Championship.
It doesn't
game.
matter.
Well, I think he did with Sheffield United, but he didn't.
He still got relegated. He's still in that team.
This goal.
Finish.
How has Jesus scored his 4th goal in 2 games? What is going on with the world?
He likes Crystal Palace.
I think he should be drug tested after this game. Because he scored 3 against them the other day, and he's just scored against them in the 5th minute. Drug test Jesus. Because this is not Gabriel Jesus. Because he's not that good.
It would be really nice if after all this time you've been screaming for a number 9, he just miraculously becomes the number 9 you required.
Do you know how miraculous that would be?
The second coming of Jesus.
I wouldn't. I had a conversation with someone on Facebook the other day.
The second coming of Jesus.
I mean, if Gabriel Jesus starts scoring, it will almost be like Jesus appearing. It will be that much of a miracle. But I was talking to someone online the other day, and they said they were telling me that Jesus is world class. Now this is before the game midweek, right? So I probably should have said this a long time ago. But my response to him was, "You've got to be kidding me! Gabriel being world class. He hasn't scored since the real Jesus was on the cross. He then goes and scores 4 goals in 96 minutes of football. Why did I not slag him off earlier? I should have compared him to the fake imaginary almighty years ago. And then maybe he'd have done this a while back.
You say he's fake. The person who Jesus was is actually a real person.
Do you reckon... this is going to be way off topic for a football podcast. Do you reckon like the real Jesus that they talk about was just the world's first dynamo? And we're just smart enough to know what it all means now?
Yeah. Have you ever watched Life of Brian?
No.
I highly recommend you watch The Life of Brian.
I'll have a look for it.
It's
anyway, not slagging religion off. We'll get back to football. Brentford 0, Nottingham Forest 2. That actually, I don't think I'd have probably had that down as a draw. Brentford Forest, because I think they're both as good as each other. I don't think either team is bad, but I don't think either team is world class. I think Brentford have a couple of fantastic players, and I think Forest have a couple of fantastic players. Very, very similar sides in my personal, humble, apparently wrong opinion, because Forest beat Brentford 2-0 away from home.
Fucking hell, what's Raya doing up there?
Because he's fucking never on his line, is he?
Fucking brilliant.
64% possession to Brentford, so it shows that possession means absolutely fuck all in football. 7 shots to Brentford, 10 to Forest, 3 on target Brentford, 6 on target Forest. So Forest had the better of what they had of the ball, and Brentford just had the ball.
Do you
I
think
imagine
Brentford
between the
are missing
defenders.
Tony?
No, I think they run.
He's just kicked the ball away.
They run a little bit hot and cold.
Your team don't learn, do they?
No, they're just idiots.
They really are.
No, they're
stupid.
idiots. They're idiots. But then where does that come from? That comes from the top. And the top of Arsenal is currently an assistant manager in the
straight away.
Carlo.
Saliba just kicks it away.
Saliba, I thought you meant Thomas.
No, he made the foul, and then it runs out to Saliba, and Saliba just kicks it away.
Absolute idiot as well, because he's our best, well, not our best, but he's our best defender.
He's in my frigging dream team.
I don't think he got booked though, did he? So
No,
he
he didn't.
got away with it. He should have been booked though. I'll say it as an Arsenal fan. Kick the ball away. Should have been booked. Simple as. I really like that kit. You know.
It's sick.
I'm considering buying one just because, and then taking the
That's
badge
a
off.
great delivery. Shitheader though.
I'll see if I can order one without the Palace badge on it. Just the kit.
Can you send me the kit? No Palace badge.
Can I have it with just the Macron sign on it, please?
Oh yeah, no sponsors, no badge.
No
just
sponsor,
that
no
shirt.
badge, just the Macron sign.
That'd be good. So you could get one. I'll have one.
If I can get one, I'll buy 2.
Yeah. I'll have one.
I mean, it's not happening, but there you go. And then we had the glorious game, early kickoff today,
Oh, that's brilliant.
which was, and I'll say this slowly for the City fans who might struggle to understand me because you're all fucking mental. Aston Villa 2, Manchester City 1.
I'm pissed about that score.
So Manchester City.
I just want to apologise to listeners if you can hear heavy breathing, because unfortunately his beard is making breathing a little bit difficult.
Right, okay. I'm gonna put pay to all these excuses that he's making right now, and I'm gonna tell you, because it's his first time on camera, it's his first time being filmed whilst being this close to me, and he gets hot and heavy while I'm next to him. That's all it is, people. Don't worry about it. It's fine. That was totally uncalled for. There was no need for that. That's made me a bit uncomfortable. All right, that's the end of the podcast, mate. We're going to call it a day now. So I'm going to keep looking at him now, a bit wary. So yeah, Villa 2, Manchester City 1, and
It's nice to see Foden back on the scores.
I mean,
That's one thing I will say.
I like to see young English players doing well. They've now won 8, drawn 3, lost 6. This is Manchester City, obviously, that I'm talking about. Palace are on the attack as we speak. And that was a great goal, to be fair to him.
He had way too much time on the ball. And
Why
that was
did
an
nobody...
absolute finish.
Nobody closed him down. Nobody tried to tackle him. Nobody tried to block a pass or a shot or anything. What are the Arsenal defence doing at that point?
That was...
It was a great finish,
yeah.
right? Don't get me wrong. But that's embarrassing for Arsenal, that is. That was horrendous.
No one closed him down.
That was horrendous.
He had all the time in the world.
He'd got the fucking freedom of Selhurst Park.
Who's your number 2?
2, Saliba.
I thought 6 was Saliba.
No, 6 is Gabriel.
Oh, sorry. Then it was Gabriel who kicked the ball away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Saliba. Saliba.
Carragher's just said there's no need for Saliba to be dropping off, and there really isn't.
No, there's not. This is terrible defending. And that's curled back in as well. That is an absolute finish.
It's a superb finish. Don't get me wrong. The finish is fantastic. But why is nobody closing him down?
Yeah.
Saliba is backing off and backing off and backing off. Just go for it. Challenge the man. Don't be shouting at Raya. I mean, for once, as much as I like having a go at Raya, it's not his fault.
I was going to say.
There's not a lot.
Gabriel's there giving Raya shit.
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't Gabriel's fault either.
No.
It was Saliba that, like I say, he just backed off and backed off and backed off.
I mean, that ball literally curled around Raya.
I like the fact Lewis Skelly's coming through, but do you know what annoys me? Nwaneri should be having the same minutes Skelly is.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying Lewis Skelly shouldn't be getting them minutes. Great player, although he's a midfielder and they're playing him left back. Great player, and I think he should be getting the minutes. But Nwaneri should be getting the same amount. Rice, for me, should be DM, and I want to see Nwaneri and Odegaard both going for it.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. I would love it if we did that. I would love it. I turned all Kevin
That was
Keegan
a
on.
shocking back pass. Well dealt with.
Yeah, he's just proved that he can't control a ball. What's his name? I can't remember his name. Hughes. Will Hughes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was poor. And Martinelli's just showed that.
Oh! Corner.
Martinelli is. I mean, we did get a corner, but Martinelli's just not where he was a couple of years ago.
Nice.
And I still love him, but
I mean, he does
Tross-
well there. He does well.
Trossard would be on ahead of him for me at the moment. But I think we need a new left winger right now. And I'm sad to say it because I love Martinelli. I really do. I've got nothing against the kid. I really, really like him.
Yeah, but every dog has his day, don't they? You know what I mean?
It's just a shame his has finished so early because he's still 20, 21, 21.
Who?
Martinelli.
21?
Is he even that old?
Martinelli's probably about 25.
Is he really? Nah, surely not. Squad.
Gotta be.
If you're wondering why I'm looking at my phone, I'm just searching out Martin at 23. Fucking Hazel. I mean, we were both.
And Jesus! Oh, brilliant. How's that feel, Stretch?
What the fuck is going on? Our last 5 goals now, 5 have been scored by Gabriel Jesus.
Good finish as well.
I mean, stop sucking your thumb. What is happening with the world at the minute? What is going on? Have I missed something? I mean, it was a decent finish as well. Corner comes in.
Party
It
chops
gets
it
sort
back.
of messed about. Party just lays it off to him. And he scored with a stupid fucking small space.
I say, he literally puts it around the defender in between the post and nothing.
Literally, if he'd have hit that any different left or right, it's getting saved or it's hitting the post.
Or it hits the defender.
It's literally perfect.
This game's been really good to start off with.
I've been saying for about the last 2 years that he's the most useless player at Arsenal and we need to get rid of him. And now he's turned into prime Henry.
Yeah, but maybe it's just Crystal Palace. Maybe he's just good against Crystal Palace.
Do you know what? That was a push. Holy crap. I'm going to go with that, actually, because both performances have been against Palace. Maybe Palace are just shit against defending against Jesus for whatever reason. Although he's now back defending in our own half. So he does work hard. Yeah. He just normally can't hit the target. Yeah.
Well, that was an awesome bit of sweeping by Raya as well. His starting position was really
Put it this way, if I did have a bet on this game, it would not be for Gabriel Jesus to score 2 or more.
Yeah.
Wasn't really much of a foul, mate.
No.
Get on your feet. Stop being a pansy. God, I hate modern footballers rolling around and wah. So we're 16 minutes in and there's been 3 goals. 2 of which, the very first and Palace's very first, were just poor defending. That one was a bit of pinball from a corner and then just a great finish by Jesus, who has the real Jesus been pinned to a cross again? Is that why he started scoring again? Is that what
I don't know, but you're on the break here.
Yeah, Odegaard's got it. Passes it out to Saka on the right wing, obviously. Where else would he be? And he tries a skill and gets it wrong, and Mitchell takes the ball off him and just boots it upfield. So that was quite poor. And
that's terrible.
Saliba was really obviously pulling Mateta's shirt. I think Mateta bullied him the other night, and I think he's concerned and consciously aware of it. So I think he's now fouling him rather than being strong with him. There's a difference between strong defending and just outright fouling somebody, and currently he's just fouling him, which I don't think is good. Have we got any other games on at the moment that we can...
No, unfortunately not. It's the games today have pretty much
it's over.
Done and dusted.
So tomorrow, we actually... I mean, if you didn't know from the fact that we're recording it during the Arsenal Crystal Palace game, we're actually recording this on a Saturday this week, not a Sunday, because we're both
festive period
busy tomorrow. It's holidays. We've both got kids. We've both got them family. We've both got family.
It's like,
we've both got family and we've both got kids and all the rest of it. So we are quite busy and we've had to sort of squeeze this in.
Who'd have thought there's a time of the year where everybody's really busy? What's going on here?
That's your last warning, I think, about time wasting, Raya. And he still takes his time taking the kick.
I didn't actually see him time wasting it. I don't know.
I wasn't sure what it was. I'm assuming it's for time wasting because it's a keeper and there was no one anywhere near him. So it's not like he's attacked anyone or said anything.
No.
So I can only assume that that's what it was. So yeah, I'm on FOTMob if anyone can see me, because I don't know if my screen's like facing the camera every now and then. It's FOTMob because I'm looking for results and games and stuff.
So
yeah,
should we drop into the championship for a little bit of chit chat?
Well, first game is Hull 2, Swansea 1.
I know. Finally, Hull have actually started winning.
So yeah. Well, let me get to the table because I don't know where Hull are. 21st. So they've just come out of relegation spots.
Yeah.
That's a good win for them.
They've
Swansea 12.
literally been in... now, keep in mind, last season, they were potential playoffs. They were up there. They were doing well. And the owners were like, we want to make a big push for promotion. And, yeah, they've had a fantastic start to the season.
Yeah, Swansea will be disappointed with it, but very good result for Hull. Wow, Lang's had a good day, hasn't he? Portsmouth 4, Coventry 1. Lang scored 4 goals.
Yep.
That's not a bad day at the office, is it?
I mean, I'm going to say this. Coventry were a good side, but since the appointment of Lampard, you can only really expect one set of results, can't you?
Well, I will say it's not looking good.
It's a bit like the appointment of Wayne Rooney.
They took the lead as well in the 3rd minute and then lost 4-1
Mm.
because Callum Lang decided he was just going to turn into an absolute monster.
Mm. But it's a bit like when you have Wayne Rooney as your manager and you go 3-1 up against Middlesbrough.
Do you know what? Portsmouth were also in the bottom 3.
Yeah.
And after smashing Coventry, who were nowhere near the bottom 3, Coventry are now 17th. Portsmouth are now 20th. Good result for Portsmouth, but yeah, it will be disappointing.
Result.
Right, Sheffield Wednesday had a red card.
Oh, dear. What a great save.
What a save. That was a terrible error by Arsenal's defence. And Raya pulled it out of his arse and made a great save.
And Odegaard has just literally created.
That's so unlucky. Saka had it on the right and he cut in and pushed it across. And as Odegaard sort of spun backwards to try and take the ball in, it just bounced off his heel and went to relative Crystal Palace safety.
That literally went from phenomenal save by Raya to a potential near goal.
Some great play. It was a great ball out. Right, so Sheffield Wednesday went down to 10 men in the 41st minute at 0-0.
Yeah.
And still went on to win 2-0.
Yeah. Sheffield Wednesday.
That's a really good result. That is Josh Windass again scoring. He's done quite well.
Good player, Josh Windass.
So Sheffield Wednesday are now 9th. And Stoke are 19th. As an Arsenal fan, I quite like to see Stoke languishing at the bottom of the Championship. I'd love to see them relegated again, to be honest. I made up a little song when Stoke got relegated, because we live near Stoke. I know a lot of Stoke fans.
Mm-hmm.
So I made up a song about being relegated, and they absolutely hated me, because I sung it for a full 12 months after they went down from the Premier League. And since then, they haven't been promoted, so they haven't been able to get me back yet. I'll be old and dead before they get promoted, so it'll be fine. Burnley 2, Watford 1. You were hoping that Watford were going to sneak an equaliser.
Yeah, I was hoping Watford would do us a favour. Just give us a bit of breathing space.
However, you are still second. Burnley are 3rd. Watford are now 7th.
Saliba again, fucking that up.
He's having a bad game, isn't he?
Watch, Saliba here.
This
Save is fucking excellent.
That is superb. Let's be honest. That is a superb save. Mateta had it. He's clean through. It's literally the definition of one-on-one. And Raya just hits the floor and spreads himself massive. It was
fantastic save.
Great goalkeeping. So Burnley 2, Watford 1. Another result that you're going to be thrilled with. Cardiff 0, Sheffield United 2.
Yeah.
I know you're going to be happy for Sheffield United.
Absolutely, yeah. Nice one, Cardiff. I hope they get relegated.
He's not salty or anything, but I hope you go down. Doesn't he play in Galatasaray?
Yeah.
Well, what the hell's he doing? Zahar is currently at Selhurst Park watching the Palace game.
Well, he looks like he's watching his phone rather than the Palace game.
Well, he's definitely on his phone.
So he's obviously bored shit.
I can't say anything because I'm recording a podcast and I've permanently got my phone in my hand because I don't know what the results were in the Championship. Sheffield United are first on 48, you're second on 45, so 3 points clear. There's not a lot in it. You're both in automatic promotion. Burnley and Sunderland are pushing you hard.
I just want to say something, actually. It's a little bit of a lying stat because Sheffield United are actually -2 on where they should be. because they were deducted 2 points last season
Oh, yeah,
for
they should
financial fair play breaches.
Yeah, they should be on 50, shouldn't they?
They should
really?
be.
Yeah.
Which makes them a lot better than what they're doing.
Well, not a lot better, but a bit better.
Well, 5 points is...
2 points is not a lot, is it?
Yeah, but it makes a 5-point gap rather than a 3-point gap.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a big difference.
So, I mean, we've got Sheffield United again, and we absolutely...
Because your
play
goal
on.
difference is better as well. So if you beat Sheffield United, you'll go above regardless on goal difference.
That's what I mean.
So that's where the 2 points come in, because they've basically, as far as you're concerned, been deducted 3 because your goal difference is better, because you'll automatically go above them on goal difference. So, yeah, I suppose in that way it does. Cardiff are 22nd, so obviously they probably never expected to get much out of that game.
No.
We'll just gloss over the next one. Leeds 4, Oxford 0. I don't know much about that game. Nobody cares.
Oh, Trossard's on.
Daryl's not going to be happy because Trossard's on.
Yeah.
In the 24th minute. Is Martinelli injured?
No. Saha is.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. When Saka pulled that ball across that I was describing earlier, when Odegaard tried to control it and it bounced off his heel, he's grabbed his hamstring and it instantly signalled to the bench. And he's now come off. So we've got, I imagine, Trossard on the left and Martinelli on the right, I think is what's going to happen. Because I don't. There you go. So Martinelli's on the right and Trossard's on the left, because I don't think Trossard's much of a right winger.
I tell you what, the midweek game between you two was fantastic. This is shaping up to be just as good.
I know it's not good for if you support one of the two, because it's one of them games where it just, you don't know what's going to happen, so you panic all the way through it. Next game is going to make Daryl very miserable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because it was Millwall 1, Blackburn 0. Sorry, Daryl. I'd like to see you above Leeds just to take the piss out of him, really. But Blackburn is still 5th, so they're still doing it.
They're doing well.
They're still up there. Watford in 7th, which obviously the next team outside of the playoffs are on 34. So they're 3 clear of them.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a game in hand of Middlesbrough, Sunderland, Burnley, Leeds and Sheffield United.
Mm-hmm.
So they could then go on to 40 points, which will keep them in 5th, but then give them a...
Yeah, it gives them a bit of a...
It'll give them a 5-point buffer.
Oh!
That looked like it hurt.
That just knocked him the fuck out.
I don't know who it was.
That literally just knocked
It's
Gabriel.
Sarr, isn't it, number 7? So Sarr's just taken a rocket shot, and Gabriel
just took it straight to the head.
Margulies was probably 3-4 yards away from him,
and
it smashed him straight in the face.
Let's have a look. Yeah, he's about 5 feet away.
Oh, that's not far at all. And he's literally gone to smash that from outside the air, and it's hit him straight in the temple area
that
on his
has
head.
Cracked him square in the side of the face.
I'm telling you now, he's got a headache. Because that's one of the... It hits you in that spot that instantly puts the pain straight through your head.
Oh, yeah. And his face is going to sting for fucking
And he's already...
ages.
Someone tried to talk to him, and he cupped his ear going, what? Hey?
Yeah.
He's already
The
gone
thing is,
deaf.
though, that ball is going to be freezing cold and wet. That is going to slap and sting.
It's going to be that
that
nice little slapping noise, isn't it, when it smashes you off the face? Yeah, that's not nice at all.
I don't know why Arsenal are trying to get it away. They had possession. They were about to attack, and they've just give it back.
Right, so Plymouth 3, Middlesbrough 3.
How Rooney still has a job.
It was Plymouth went 1-0, then it went 1-1, then it went 2-1 Plymouth, then it went 2-2, then it went 3-2 Plymouth, and then it went 3-3. So I'll repeat what I said to you earlier. Plymouth would not be able to hold a lead if there was a fucking chihuahua on the end of it. That is ridiculous. Why would you take the lead 3 times and then throw it away 3 times?
I mean, the Championship, we've already said it many times in the past, but just because you were a great player doesn't make you a great coach. And Lampard, Rooney, and Gerrard are great examples.
Arteta.
Yeah. But Rooney and Lampard, especially at the moment, because obviously Gerrard hasn't got a job.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a reason for that.
I don't understand how people go after him.
Maybe it's just nobody else. Next game would be QPR 2, Preston 1. So they're showing you how you can beat Preston. I will. He's flipping me the bird for anyone that's on audio only. Very rude. So QPR beat them 2-1. Preston had a man sent off in the 83rd minute. They then conceded the winner in the 89th minute. So it could have had something to do with the red card, to be fair. I do know a Preston fan that we could try and get on the podcast at one point so we can have a chat with him.
I know a Preston fan,
which
as
is James,
yeah.
that snapped his ankle while we were playing football with him, and we haven't heard much from him since. QPR are 14th, and Preston are 18th. Preston are, they're a good 5 points above the drop, so I say a good 5 points. It is the Championship, and anything can happen. Jesus Christ. Sunderland 2, Norwich 1, another red card in the game. Holy shit, what is going on?
If my memory
look at the
serves,
yellows.
Norwich had players sent off in the last couple of games.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 yellow cards in that game.
Yeah.
And 1 red.
I think Norwich got someone sent off the other week as well. They were playing one of the teams that I needed them to get fucking points against.
Oh, Bellingham scored for Sunderland. That leaves Sunderland 4th, as we mentioned earlier, just above Blackburn. They're actually 6 points clear of Blackburn, not 5. So they've got a decent lead, but Blackburn do have that game in hand, and hopefully if they win it, fingers crossed, they'll then go up to 40 and be only 3 points off the 4th place side. Sunderland. There's 3 red cards this week in the Championship. That's a lot, really.
It is, isn't it?
Because you don't expect that many, do you? That...
I actually had a picture I meant to send you earlier, and it's the fair play.
It's not one of them dodgy pictures that you go sending to all your lady friends, is it? Because I'm not interested. I've told you before.
No.
I'm not joining your OnlyFans. So it's not for me, mate. Sorry.
It's only Santa's issue.
That makes it so much creepier. I'm sorry. That's horrendous. That's fucking awful.
He likes his ho-ho-hos.
Wow, this is a guy that's going to be breaking into your house on Christmas Eve that you tell your kids is a good thing, even though he can see them 24 hours a day and breaks into your house once a year, and you're happy about it. Not only does he break in,
while you're sleeping,
but he watches while you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake.
Exactly, yeah.
Is it Santa or Gary Glitter? What are we talking here? It's not right, mate. And you welcome this guy into your house every year. Oh, we'll feed him. You're all very strange. Yeah, as kids, you're stupid and you fall for it, don't you?
Absolutely.
I hope there's no kids that listen to this podcast. Although if there is, your parents you need to have a word with yourself, because the language we use is not fit for children.
You're kidding, right? I've heard kids swear a lot more than me.
I say that my 13-year-old, albeit Tottenham fan, son has been on the podcast, and he's 13, so we swear in front of him as well. To be fair, I probably shouldn't, but there you go.
But yeah, there's a fair play.
What's Gabriel been booked for? I missed that.
He literally yanked the shirt of him and pulled him over.
Why are we pulling shirts? Why are we doing that?
Because
Saliba did it earlier,
shirt and he wants to wear it.
Oh, do you know what? I can accept that as an answer. Although that is our best shirt this season, the light blue and lilac one.
Crystal Palace's is
Crystal
absolutely
Palace's
on
is definitely
point.
better.
I'll be trying to swap shirts. Give me that fucking shirt.
I could wait till the end of the game though. There's 11 of them there. Another stupid foul, this time by Trossard.
Yeah.
Craziness. It's like these going nowhere. Will Hughes has got his back to goal. He's 40 yards away from goal?
Yeah.
And Trossard just goes towards the back of him and literally pushes him while he's trying to control the ball. It's just a stupid foul. Now they've got a really easy chance to swing the ball onto the penalty spot and cause nothing but problems.
Yeah. So this is the Fair Play League. I will send you the picture so you can post this up. And it's all the teams that have yet to receive a red card.
Well, we've had loads, so we're not on it.
Tottenham have not received a red card.
That's probably because refs feel sorry for them because they're normally getting spanked anyway. Are they the only team in the Premier League to not have a red card?
No, you've got Bournemouth,
Leicester,
and Tottenham from the Premier League. There's quite a few in the Championship, to be fair.
Quite a few in the Championship. It looks like quite a few.
And then as you start filtering down and dropping down, there's still quite a few. However, yeah, that's the Fair Play League. And the one that is disappointing lots of fans at the moment is Leeds United are in that Fair Play League. How Junior Firpo hasn't already received 13 red cards is...
I mean...
yeah. I mean...
At least you're honest about it, I suppose.
Yeah. Dirty Leeds are not so dirty at the moment. I mean, if you give a handball for that, you're being a bit harsh.
Now, Arsenal on the receiving end of a corner. I've gone off Gahey a little bit. It's just showing a close up of Gahey as he's going up for the corner because he put that I love Jesus or whatever it is on his fucking armband. That's something I wanted to talk to you about, actually. Okay, so we'll go into it. I apologise because obviously it is going into religion again, but it's a football thing.
Okay.
Now, if you wear, like, where is it? Oh, it's not on this shirt, actually. Sorry. I was going to point to it then. I've not got it on this shirt for some reason. Apparently keepers are just racist. Now, you have no room for racism on some of the shirts on the arm.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody put like a white power symbol over the top of it, something that directly opposes no racism. Now, let's get one thing clear before we get into this conversation. Racism shouldn't exist. And
Agreed.
in this day and age, it definitely shouldn't exist.
Agreed.
We've got enough knowledge now to know that everyone is exactly the same. Nobody is different from another. Some people are admittedly more intelligent than another, but that's got nothing to do with race. So basically, in the whole, people are exactly the same, regardless of skin colour or any other form of if you see it that way, differences. Okay, everybody is the same, whether you're gay, straight, black, white, blue, pink, purple, whatever it is. So let's get that straight from the start. Now, no room for racism.
Yeah.
Right, which I completely agree with. I've got
Absolutely.
no issue with that being on. I'm actually a little annoyed now. I've realised it's not on this shirt, to be honest. But yeah, normally the arm's got no room for racism.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you put something over the top of that directly opposes that sentiment, what do you think would happen?
Well, let's put it this way. I don't think that player would be very welcome anywhere ever again.
Right. So why is it you can wear a rainbow armband, which is basically promoting the alphabet community? Now, we don't say alphabet community in a disrespectful way. We say it because there's so many letters, I genuinely can't remember what order they're all in. So it's not a disrespectful thing. It's just the alphabet community because they use a lot of letters, and I can never remember what order they go in. So I've got no problem with anyone being gay, bi, straight, lesbian, whatever you want to be. It's totally up to you. Whatever you do in your own time is your own business, and I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're not trying to drag me into it. Now, you can wear a rainbow armband, but Gahey, nobody has said anything about the fact that he's written something over the top that directly opposes the statement the armband is making in the first fucking place. Because we all know, I think that's time wasting that his timber's just been bought for. Now, we all know that the Bible opposes gays and lesbians. So why is he allowed to write something over the top of that armband which directly opposes what it is? Yet if I had no room for racism...
Jesus,
that was a quality challenge, by the way.
That was a real
So why is he allowed to put something that directly opposes it on it? Yet if you had no room for racism and had something over the top... Like, I mean, I'm going to go ridiculous just to make my point.
Mm-hmm.
And you had a little swastika over the top of it.
Mm-hmm.
That would be blown up massively. And, like I say, quite rightly, would be blown up massively. But when you oppose gays and lesbians...
I thought the whole right to Jesus thing was, and then he's getting fined or something for it.
And people are still talking about it, yeah? Other than us? No, because people aren't mentioning it. Yeah, if somebody had a little swastika on a No Room for Racism badge, that would be talked about for years by everybody on every news channel, on every radio station. It would still be all over TalkSport. They would still be calling for him to go to the gallows.
Yeah.
Yet when you put something over a rainbow armband, which directly opposes what that means, it's like, we'll give you a quick fine. That's it, done.
Is it... I don't know. I'm wondering.
There's no answer for it because it's dead wrong. You directly opposing the very thing you're trying to promote.
But you're also going against someone's belief system by enforcing that they wear something like that.
Well, maybe you're going against the belief system. Maybe they believe in racism.
Racism's taught.
So's religion.
Yeah. Oh.
That is offside. He's got to be offside.
I don't know, because there's a guy walking back on the pitch from the far where he followed off the winger.
I didn't celebrate that goal because I genuinely thought Havertz was miles offside.
No, there was a player on the far side.
Jesus took the original shot, and I will say it hit the post, so it wasn't far off. And it bounced to Havertz, who was 2 yards off the line.
Right, watch this.
Okay, we're watching it
The
again.
right back track. The left
the
back
defence are
tracks.
quite low, to be fair, so they're well onside. Goes out to Martinelli on the right.
I think it's number 6.
He goes further down, crosses it on the byline. Oh, and he didn't bother coming
Header.
off. He was on anyway.
There, he's on the pitch.
He was on by about 4 players.
Yeah.
He was a lot further back than I actually gave him credit for.
Yeah.
I tell you what, Martinelli's not doing bad on the right, you know. It was a great header by Jesus, which hit the post, which he was disappointed for about 2 seconds. Still Havertz then tapped it in afterwards.
Yeah, because hitting the post doesn't create a second phase.
I mean, he was on anyway regardless, so it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter. But, yeah, again, 3-1
Okay,
now.
so who in the Arsenal team has had a baby? Because 2 of them have done the celebration for a baby now.
Havertz has recently had a baby,
Yeah?
and Jesus has recently
Oh,
had a baby.
okay.
Well, I say they have. Their partners have recently
Yeah.
had a baby. I mean, we're not, weird. It's already come up on FOTMOB. Arsenal suffer huge injury blow as Star gets taken off the pitch.
It's true, though.
And then the guy that's replaced him has just set up a goal doing exactly what Saka would have done. So
Yeah.
I'll say again what I said to you earlier before we started recording. Odegaard is the most important person at Arsenal right now, not Saka.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Saka's not a brilliant player. I love Saka to bits, and I think he's fantastic. But he is not the best player at Arsenal, and he's not the most important player at Arsenal. For me, that is Odegaard. And Saliba's got some redemption to work out.
Well, Saliba nearly scored him a second ago.
Over the past couple of games, he's come off the boil a little bit. He's not been as good as what we would hope that he's going to be. There's about 5 minutes left, plus whatever injury time's going to come on, which shouldn't be too much, I suppose. We've got the Saka substitution, but that didn't take too long because most of his injury, the rest of the game carried on playing anyway.
Yeah, watch this. Saliba almost scored.
So we come from a corner. And Odegaard, I believe that is swinging it in.
Oh, no, sorry.
Gabriel,
Yeah.
again, as usual, gets his head to a corner and smashes it against the bar. Beats the keeper in the air. That's poor form for him. He's a good keeper as well,
having
Henderson.
a bad game.
He's a good keeper as well, and he's been quite poor today, to be fair. Like, we looked at the Oxford game, and we're like, yes, they got beat 4-0. He conceded 4, but the keeper was outstanding. I know that's hard to believe. That was poor pass. I know that's hard to believe, but genuinely, the keeper was superb.
Yeah, he's done.
Now,
yeah,
this
disappointing,
one,
yeah.
Arsenal have scored 3 in 40 minutes, and I will say that Henderson has not been great.
No, he's not.
So it's not like just because you've conceded goals, we're going to give you shit and say the keeper was crap, because we do look at it objectively from a goalkeeper's point of view, because he is a goalkeeper, Tin Ribs.
Yeah.
And I have played goalkeeper competitively, so I understand a little bit about the position, although not the ins and outs. I know a bit. So yeah, we can look at it objectively anyway, and Henderson's not been good today. Raya's been quite good. He's made some good saves. And there wasn't a lot he could do about the goal, to be fair. It was a great finish.
Not a chance.
It was a superb finish, although I'm sure by the time this comes out, you've all watched Match of the Day or whatever it is you watch anyway, or your highlights on your phone or whatever. So you're pretty much all aware of it anyway. So we're talking through this game. They're all listening to it going, we already know how it finishes, mate. It's 4-3 to Palace. What are you so excited about?
Yeah.
So
They're already there going, we already know.
we already know. Palace kick your arse. We're only listening because we want to hear you crying in about 60 minutes.
That's it, yeah. They already know that you've lost like 4-3, 5-3. And they're
If we do
listening,
that-
and
if
they're
we do
listening
that
to you getting all
honestly-
excited and hyped up, and then they just know at some point you're going to break, and it's...
I would like to say, right, we're on the 42nd minute. It's just hit, right. I'm considering putting the tenner on 4-3 Palace just so I've got something to cheer me up if we get beat. Because I'm not sure, especially the way Saliba's been going. He's letting him in the back door all the way. It's that sounded a bit wrong, didn't it?
It does,
I didn't mean it as bad as that sounded.
Especially after you've been talking about rainbow armband and stuff.
Well, I'm okay with that. That's okay. But Saliba letting him through the back door in front of 40,000 people probably isn't the best thing. There's kids in the audience, man. There's kids there. Shouldn't be watching stuff like that. Oh, Nketiah's watching from the bench. He did all right the other day when he came on, He scored against us.
So, as soon as there's only 3 minutes left plus injury time, we won't talk about the Carabao Cup this half. We'll talk about it next half.
Yes. Yeah, I'm quite happy to talk about that because obviously I did watch it.
Yeah.
Albeit I was up for work not long after the game finished, so I didn't get a lot of sleep that day. Although I did manage an hour at work, so that made me feel better on the way back.
So one little thing I do want to
That
discuss.
was good play by Timber.
Wrexham drew 1-1 today with Bristol Rovers.
Bristol Rovers. Thought we'd
So
give you some props.
that keeps them on level points with Birmingham City, who are second. However, Birmingham City have played 18. They're 2 points behind Wycombe, who have played 20. And Wrexham have played 21 games.
Jesus.
So, with that said,
I don't like to see Birmingham doing well.
obviously Wrexham are the Hollywood team. And they've got a lot of injuries, apparently. Apparently, they've been linked with a striker.
It's not Jesus, is it?
Nope. However, I will say this now. If a deal can be made for this striker, I will drive to Leeds. I will pick him up and I'll drive him to Wrexford.
Is it Bamford?
It's Bamford.
Might be going to Wrexham.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I will take him myself.
Is Bamford worth more than the two owners?
No.
He's got a lot of money, though, hasn't he?
Yeah, but he's not worth that much.
Hey, do you know who I've heard is trying to buy Arsenal at the minute?
Well, no one, because Kroenke is not going to let it go.
He's seriously considering it, and he's worth more than Kroenke, believe it or not. Matteo Flamini. I would fucking
That'd be
love.
brilliant.
I would love that guy to buy Arsenal because I know he cares about the club.
Yeah, yeah.
Very underrated player in his day, I will say. He got
Yeah.
a lot of minutes under Wenger, so Wenger obviously rated him, but
No, he was
I
very.
think he was slightly underrated by
You
the
know,
fans.
he's one of those players like.
Gilberto Silva.
Yeah, yeah.
Underrated because everything they needed to do in their position, they did flawlessly. But their position did not require the fancy stuff that gets all the attention.
I mean, one of the most
Basically
famous
all
ones
it
for
is.
me would be Xavi Alonso.
Oh, quality.
Everyone was banging on about how good Gerrard was,
We know you're his biggest fan.
but Alonso was the one that went to Real Madrid. Gerrard did not look anywhere near as good once Alonso had gone, but no one really ever paid attention to him. It's you do get these midfielders who they run the show, they dominate the game, but they do go a little bit.
I did enjoy Gerrard's last game for Liverpool.
What, the one where Stoke had to let him score? That was hilarious.
6-1, I believe it finished. Honestly,
You know what? Fair play to Stoke for going. Go on, mate. You've had a shit game. Go and score a goal.
Honestly, 6-1. I've never enjoyed a football match more, and my team wasn't even involved.
Yeah.
And I've watched us win a semi-final to get to the Champions League final, and I've still never enjoyed a game more than Liverpool getting beat 6-1 by Stoke Shitty.
Well, like I say, my favourite all-time Premier League moment is Steven Gerrard slipping over and letting Demba Ba through on goal.
Well, maybe Stoke saw that and thought, well, you've done it, so we'll let you through and do it. You felt sorry for Demba Ba. He won titles up in Scotland anyway as a manager. What's he moaning about? Oh, they're going on about Rise time wasting again. We're 3-1 up. We are the better team, although Palace have got attacks and they're not out of it. Like, we are the better team and we're winning 3-1 and Raya is still arsing about. This is why I don't like David Raya.
I thought there was a lot of reasons why he didn't like David Raya.
This is part of the reason why I don't like David Raya. You are right, there's quite a few. I'd still rather have Ramsdale in goal than Raya. And even though he started the season as one of the world's best in the first few games of the season.
I'm not going to lie. Everything I've seen of him, he's still looking absolutely solid.
He's just a bell end with all this time. 3-1 up, what are you time wasting for? Get the ball up, get a fourth. Stop prattling about. That tells me that Raya doesn't have faith in the team. Because when you're 3-1 up, why would you time waste? If you had complete faith in your side, if I was the goalkeeper, right, I've had games as a goalkeeper where my team's been 2-3, 4-0 up. I get the ball, put it down, and I boot it as far up as I'm like, get another one. If the ball comes back to me,
but you're a striker.
Get another one.
But you're a striker.
I mean, I am a striker at heart.
Yeah.
But even as a goalkeeper,
I'm going to tell you now. On a Friday night, I want to turn up and do as little as humanly fucking possible.
Yeah, so you'd get the ball up when you're winning.
No, I wouldn't.
He should have had a shot then, Martinelli, and he tried to lay it off.
I will literally hold on to that ball for as long as I can before distributing it.
That's infuriating. You know?
Oh,
There
yeah.
was a couple of times actually yesterday when I was calling for the ball in acres of space. And by the time he bothered his arse to look round at me, I was then marked.
Do you know where it is?
Laziness.
I spend so many times, get the ball, I look up and no one's looking at me. How do you want the
Yeah,
ball?
but when I'm on your team, you know full well I'm going to look for space and look for the ball.
Yeah, it's a
You
long
know
way.
that because I've always been the same.
It's a long way.
I've scored some decent goals off of your throwouts as well, or goal kicks. So a couple more of them would be all right. That's not a penalty. Stop crying for a penalty. Martinelli got tripped a little, but it was completely accidental. It was not a penalty.
But yeah, it's time wasting. Yeah, it's pitchcraft, isn't it?
This first half has been over an hour long, by the way.
Has it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's all right.
If you include the intro.
They've got a few minutes left of our horrendous voices. They'll be all right.
So, yeah, we've got 5 minutes added time. We're now on 49th minute, so
Yeah,
there's another
got 1
minute left.
So
And Arsenal still 3-1. Michael Elise is in the crowd.
he was a good player.
I think he is a good player, to be fair. Where, is he at Bayern now?
Yes.
Why are all the ex-Palace players at the game? Have they offered them something?
Don't know. Maybe they just care. Maybe they're just interested. I mean,
They're
you got to remember a lot of
footballers.
these
We know they're
German
just
clubs and
mercenaries
stuff.
and
They
don't
have
give a
Christmas
shit.
period. Yeah, but a lot of the clubs like Bayern, they're on
That
Christmas.
was really good control, actually, by Sarr then.
But they'll be on a Christmas break now.
Good header. Good positioning.
So they'll be on a Christmas break. They're probably back
Never
seeing
thought of that.
family. They're local.
Yeah, never thought of that.
That'll be where it is.
Yeah, Elise is actually English, isn't he? So.
Mm-hmm. It's amazed me that he's not received a England call up. To be honest.
Well, it doesn't amaze me because fucking Gareth Southgate and then Gareth Southgate 2 has been in charge, haven't they? So
Yeah.
it's not really a shock. We'll have to see when Tuchel gets involved, although Tuchel is trying to convince Ben White to go back, apparently.
Yes, apparently he is.
Which I'm quite pleased about. Obviously, one, being an Arsenal fan, and two, the fact that
He's one of the better defenders in England.
the absolute genius that has been Kyle Walker is at the end of his career now.
Yeah.
So I can totally understand him trying to talk him back into coming.
Fucking
because
shirt's ripped.
Ben White is superb. So yeah, that's it. It's now half time in the game. So it's now half time in the podcast. So we shall see you, beautiful, beautiful people, very short. Hello, welcome back from the break. We are now in part 2 and also in half 2 on the game. Just kicked off again between Arsenal and Crystal. I keep saying Arsenal and Crystal Palace. It's not. It's Crystal Palace.
Had a great save.
Crystal Palace v Arsenal because it's at Selhurst Park, and Crystal Palace should have scored within the first minute. It was good play down the middle, drops it off to the right hand side, crossed in, fantastic header, another great header because the first header wasn't a fantastic header. First header was miss it, but it went on to Sarr, who then got a good header onto it. Great save again by Raya, I will say. I just slagged him off in the first half, and he's been really good. That wasn't a foul. Get up and stop being a pansy. So yeah, corner came in. Not a lot happened. Raya's got the ball and he's looking for an out, which probably didn't happen because it didn't look as though he crossed the ball. But now we're on replays to everything anyway. So
That's a really good diving header.
it's a great diving header from Sarr. Really, really good header, but great save as well. Fair play to him. Yeah.
So let's talk cups. You're still in one.
For once, because Arteta's not great at knockout competitions, as we all know.
So in the midweek we had one thing I couldn't understand was why Man United Tottenham was not on the Wednesday with all the other. Sorry, was it Wednesday or Tuesday?
We need fought my back.
Yeah, they were on. So 3 of the quarterfinals were on the Wednesday. Man United was on the Thursday.
Oh my God, that came from nowhere. I'm so sorry. I don't know where that came from then. That just attacked me from nowhere. Sorry, I apologise. Yeah, sorry. No, I got my bearings, but that proper threw me. That did.
Did it?
Jesus Christ, rattled my brain.
I didn't
Wow.
realise you had the required equipment.
Ooh, neither did I till then. God in heaven. Right, yeah. Arsenal 3, Crystal Palace 2. This is on the Wednesday. very good play by Arsenal and very poor play by Arsenal. Very good play by Palace and very poor play by Palace.
Yeah.
So it depends what minute you're watching the game as to which team was the better one, to be quite honest. Very up and down. And Nketiah scored, which I didn't feel salty about, even though he's next player, because I still quite like the kid. He's not a great striker. He's not a goal scorer, but we just like him because he's Hale End. Newcastle 3, Brentford 1. That was a bit of a surprise, actually. I thought Brentford would put up more of a fight than they actually did, although they then went and lost again today, so therefore proving me very wrong. Tonali bet on himself and scored 2. So he did right. And Shaw got the other one. And Wissa, who I think is one of the great players, by the way, at Brentford, scored theirs. And then we had the very disappointing Southampton 1, Liverpool 2. So Liverpool are through, which obviously nobody on this podcast wants because we all hate Liverpool. And then, special for the next day, Tottenham versus Man United, where Tottenham proved that they can't defend, and Man United went, hold my beer, and defended even worse.
Yeah,
So it was
from a neutral's perspective, that was a really good game.
I don't know about good. It was an enjoyable game to watch, but it definitely wasn't a good game of football. It was just enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, it was good to watch. It was enjoyable. It portrayed a lot of how not to be a goalkeeper.
It definitely portrayed how not to be a goalkeeper, that's for damn sure. That was 4-3 to Tottenham, which in a display of bang average attacking and horrific defending, which I think you'll agree with me on.
Yeah, it was...
it ended up 4-3 to Tottenham, which...
So, am I going to be a little bit hopeful here? I would love to see a Tottenham-Arsenal final.
I
want
that
to
was
see
coming.
it.
I think you're more likely to find a Newcastle-Liverpool final than you are an Arsenal-Tottenham final.
See, that's disappointing, but I kind of agree.
See, who's right? It's me. It's right. I'm right, aren't I?
I just know that Arteta bottles cups and, Liverpool can play utter shit and still somehow manage to drag something out of it, and it's annoying.
Oh, Lewis Skelly's there. There's a corner, and Lewis Skelly's trying to mark Mateta, which is a mismatch anyway. There's no way the 5'6" Lewis Skelly should be marking 6'3" Mateta, because that's just ridiculous, especially on a corner when headers are so important. Raya's pushing Skelly into Mateta.
Yeah, that's not
Mateta sort of held his arm out, sort of, and Skelly went down like someone had just strangled him in a UFC match. Which is really just what I hate when players do stuff like that. It's really annoying. I think Martinelli actually has not been bad on the right wing, you know.
No, he's actually done really well.
He's been playing really well. I'd
actually say he's probably been better on your right wing than he was on your left
Oh,
wing.
without a shadow of a doubt. He's been better on the right than he's been better.
Is he naturally right or left?
He's right-footed. But Saka's left-footed and plays on the right. So they've designed it so your wingers can come in and shoot, but Martinelli doesn't do that. So for him, it's better on the right because he can just run down to the byline and cross it in, which is what he does on the left, but he's not naturally left-footed. So his crosses are worse from that side than they are from the right.
But you have a world-class manager who hasn't noticed this.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah.
I'm fucking sick of hearing that. But yeah, apparently our assistant manager, who's taken the place of an actual manager, is one of the best in the world. And according to Gabriel Bonglahor, he's number 5 in the world.
Yes, but we all know that Gabriel Bonglahor is definitely short of a few brain cells, if he's got any at all. In fact, I'd actually go out on a limb and say an amoeba's got more brain cells than he has.
That screen looked less stupid when I'd got Stitch sat next to me last week.
Yeah.
I still can't, I'm still struggling, people, to take him seriously. I'm trying, but I'm struggling.
I mean, you don't take me seriously at the best of times, so when I'm dressed like this...
Yeah, that's not helping, I'll be honest. I think it's the Grinch thing, because you are a Grinch. Another great double save by Raya. He's got a habit of doing that, you know.
I'm not going to lie, I think he should have done a bit better with
He should have done better with the first one, so he's put himself in trouble. But he did get up and save the second.
Oh, that moved.
It did move quite a bit, actually. He's done quite well there.
You know what?
Fair.
Yeah. It's that
you,
ball.
the goalkeeper, were harsh on the goalkeeper there.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the first shot looked like it was pretty much a routine, just punch it away, like get it out and away from him. But when you realise how much that ball moved in the process of getting to him, I'd actually say, yeah, he did well, and to get up and make that, it I love doing those diving, like when you dive really high and you catch it. It kind of like mugs off the striker that's just had a good effort. Just make it look really
ironically,
easy.
I don't like that.
Exactly, it mugs you off.
As a striker, I'm not overly thrilled with
Why
that.
do you think when you hit them to my side, I purposely go out of my way to catch it?
Yeah, that annoys me because you're shit at catching as well. So that really bugs me when you do that. Just means I need to hit harder, really. Stop. Yeah, I knew you were going to get done then because you're taking about 20 yards on the bloody throw-in. I'm surprised he's not getting booked, actually.
Well, no, I think the refs actually had a really good hold on this game.
For once, I agree with you. Because I'm not a big fan of that ref.
But I think he's...
Anthony Taylor, in it?
Yeah.
His name. Yeah, I mean, obviously we know the faces, but I'm sure Anthony Taylor's taking charge of it, and I'm not his biggest
No, sorry,
fan.
it's Simon Hooper.
What was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and they look dead similar then, don't they? That's why I got it. That's why I got it wrong. Sorry, people.
That's you're being hairist. It's because they're both bald.
Do you know, I really want to sort of defend myself there, but it probably is partly that.
You just saw a bald man and just jumped on you hairist bastard.
You can't say hairish while you've got that thing stuck to your face, Tin Ribs. It's just not right. You can't do that. It's just wrong. Arsenal finally attacking this half after 54 minutes. They're going down the left with Trossard and Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Comes back to Saliba.
Fucking hell, he rifled that at
It was
him.
meant to go to Martinelli. That's why, because Timber got in the way of it and ended up trying to control a ball that was meant to go an extra 20 yards.
At a much higher level. That's a great ball, though.
Well taken in by Martinelli, who's now got 2 on him.
Yeah.
They're treating him the same way they treat Saka.
Well,
Get your hand off his arse, man. What are you doing? There's kids in the audience. Stop it. He's been abused enough. This is a good play, but decent defending by Hughes. Got himself in a really good position there. Now he's come away with
what's
the ball.
your thoughts on Hughes? I actually quite rate him.
I think Hughes has just held on to it too long. You've done the good stuff. You've blocked it. You've taken it 15 yards. Pass it off. But he tried to take it 25, 30 yards, loses the ball. So it's just... Well, we all know the players. We've got a few on Friday. They're great and they do something brilliant and then they try to do too much with it and they mess it up. Just do the simple stuff and football's easy.
Yeah. I think it's one of the biggest problems. It's like simple football is the best football.
And it's easy to do. You get the ball, stop, control, pass. Stop, control, pass. Stop, control, pass. Dead easy and you can get up the pitch really quickly doing that. But not enough people do it. Who's getting ready there? Calafiori?
Rice.
Declan Rice looks like he's getting ready. Not sure why that's happening. Don't really think they need to make an appearance, if I'm honest. But, you know, I'm not the assistant.
Resting legs
I'm not
more
the
than
manager.
anything, I'd probably say. I mean, at this point
Yeah,
now.
but why not bring Nwaneri on instead of Rice? Like, we don't need to use Rice. What if Rice comes on and gets injured now?
Might just be trying to get him minutes because he's returning to match fitness, maybe. And he's not going to get there by protecting him.
Maybe I'm looking at it wrong there. It's not very often I admit I'm wrong, but maybe. Possibly, perhaps.
Have a dig. Ooh, how's your ass,
I mean,
mate?
he did the right thing, but I bet that hurt, you know.
The fact he's been doubled over since he hit him.
I've just noticed that he's rubbing part of his body there. I might have hit his knackers, you know. You don't have to give them a cuddle before they come on. Wait till they do something good, then give them a cuddle. They might be crappy, we don't know.
Well, taking habits off. He's actually had a really
Well,
good
he's
game.
playing number 10, though, isn't he, at the minute? So I think what you'll find happens now is that will just be a straight swap. Havertz for Rice. Rice will go alongside Odegaard in the attacking midfield side. And Calafiori will probably just be a straight swap for, Lewis Skelly. And that's probably just because he tried to assault Mateta on the last corner. I don't understand this at corners where defenders sort of have got their back to the ball and they're just pushing the forward. We know you're not defending.
Yeah.
Because you're not looking at the ball. You're not looking at it. You're just trying to push the man away. That's a foul. It should have been a penalty, really. But it happens in every game. And for every team as well. Every team are doing it.
Yeah, it's like I said when you were moaning about the Man City game, and I said Martinelli was just purely fouling Ederson. He was doing nothing but charging into Ederson.
I disagree.
Of course you do.
I disagree.
But the whole get a player to stand in front of a player and push him, it just stops you physically pushing the other player and risking a foul. There's no foul for pushing your own player.
I used to do it all the time.
Exactly.
Ask Jim. When I used to play Sunday morning with Jim Jam, I would get him on corners. I would just say to him, stand on my toes.
Yeah, it stops the opposition doing it.
And then somebody would stand in front of him, and as soon as the corner come in, I'd just shove Jim in his back. And there's nothing because he knew what was coming. I'd already told Jim. I didn't do it by surprise or anything. And then because obviously Jim's quite a big guy like me, I'd push him out the way, and he'd obviously clear them out, and it'd give me room then to come out and claim the ball. And obviously when I come out full pelt, no one's stopping me because I weigh 16 stone. You ain't stopping that when it comes running at you. So yeah, it's I like that tried and
That's
tested
a great
method.
ball. That's an absolute beautiful ball.
That was good. Jesus has turned into Jesus. Was Martinelli offside when he deflected?
No, he's in. He was onside. He was stood next to someone.
I'm glad Martinelli scored actually because, as I said earlier, I really, really like the kid.
Rice right now is trying to smile and make out he's happy. He's like, "You bastard! You just fucking took my goal."
Yeah, you just that was my shot. I'm really pleased. Martinelli's just scored. I really like the kid. Right, so
That was a great ball.
Was he on though?
Yeah. He's on.
He's on. That was pretty poor finish. Oh yeah,
Both on?
Miles on.
Yeah, they're all on. There's no offsides. There's no Trossard's run there is fantastic.
I like the fact that Carragher's just tried to cover it up by going. Declan Rice has just come on and he's got an assist. I don't think that's what he was after, mate. I'll be honest with you.
No, he wasn't. This is a shot. This is an absolute drill to the bottom corner.
I think he's going to be fuming.
Like I say, look, he looks happy, he's smiling. He's thinking, I'm going to go and twat him now.
It has got that sort of grimace smile, hasn't it? Rather than
I'm just going to go over here and knock this fucker around.
So I'm really happy. You fucking thanks for that. Good goal. And then elbows him in the back of the head. Good goal, Gabby. Bang. Have that. Oh, and Nketiah's come on to score a hat-trick quickly to make it 4-4, as it's now Crystal Palace 1, Arsenal 4.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Wouldn't have put my money on that. 2-1, I'd have maybe gone, yeah, okay, I can see Arsenal winning 2-1.
It's a shame you slipped then. That would have been a great turn.
We're closing down well. Rice has come on with a point to prove by the look of it.
Yeah.
Because not only was he involved in the goal, but he's just sprinted past Jesus to try and close somebody down.
You know what? Jesus has had a cracking game.
He's worked his arse off. And apart from that one poor finish that he's just had, he's been brilliant. But that's the thing, though, is if you're going to come on and have 5 chances and score 2 goals, you're going to be lauded for that.
Yeah.
But too many times Gabriel comes on and he'll have 6 chances and not score any. And it'll be bad. Like Adam Broad bad on a Friday. That's how bad
Or do you mean like Bamford?
He doesn't get to the point of having a shot, though, does he? Because he's always offside.
Yeah. Or he tries to fancy flick it and it completely fucking misses it.
I haven't seen that. I mean, I've scored him.
Preston?
I have seen him score one of the greatest fucking, was it FA Cup goals? That I've
Yeah, I'm salty about that still.
That was amazing.
The fact that the FA gave the goal of the tournament to the bloody...
that was decent goalkeeping.
Ahmed for scoring that goal against Liverpool.
Yeah, which wasn't that good.
It wasn't even that good a goal. It's just
a last minute winner.
Although
our celebrations for that are on our watch-alongs if you want to go back and have a look.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. The scoring that goal when they did against who they did is a big thing. But when you're literally going, the best goal, it's in the context of how good was the goal.
Yeah, it's not how good was the moment.
Yeah.
It's how good the finish was. And Bamford's was by far and away the best goal in the cup that year.
I'm not going to lie. I'm struggling to think of a better FA Cup goal.
Oh, there's been a few. There's been some wonderful FA Cup
Keep
goals.
in mind how much I'm fed up with Bamford and I don't want him at Leeds anymore.
Yeah, there's been some wonderful FA Cup goals over the years.
Is unreal.
I mean, it was a phenomenal finish. Like, it's possibly top 5, but I'm not sure if I'd say it was the best ever in history.
Genuinely, I can't think of one better.
You know, Trevor Sinclair's was an FA Cup goal. That was better than Bamford's. The overhead from the edge of the area.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that wins. I'm sure that was an FA Cup goal. This is really good play, you know, from Martinelli on the right. He's done really well. I don't think we're going to miss Saka the way we think we're going to.
Well done.
Who's getting booked there? Oh, I Love Jesus is getting booked.
I'm taking out of the team.
I'm
doing it now.
I think he's in my fantasy football team as well.
Well, he got me minus points last week, and now he's down to 0.
Oh no, I've taken him out of my team. I took him out last week. Woohoo!
He's going. He's letting me down. Big time.
You watch, he'll come and score a hat-trick next week. Made me laugh.
You know who won't laugh? Who won't be laughing about it? Me.
Well, you won't. Plus, I imagine whoever they're playing next week probably won't be thrilled about it either. Doobie-doobie-doobie-doobie-doo, which would be Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So if they score a hat-trick against Bournemouth on corners and Gay or Gay She or Gay They decides to score all 3 of them, you're going to be fuming.
Yeah. Won't be particularly happy.
Nah, probably not. They're playing some good football, though, Pat. I mean, they're 4-1 down, but they're actually playing some good football. Some good passing moves, and unfortunately, not a lot of it's going into Arsenal's half.
Oh, I can't actually transfer him. I don't have the transfers. I'm just going to have to...
What do you mean you don't have the transfers? You get a free transfer every week.
Yeah, but I did some last week, didn't I?
Yeah, but you get a free one every week, so you should have a new one this week. Or have you just used it?
No, because I brought in 3 players last week.
3 players.
There you go. It's all right. I'll just put him on the subs bench.
Yeah, I mean, that's... I hope he scores that trick now.
I don't.
I'll be so pleased. Even though I took him out last week. Oh, that's a cracking ball by Nketiah.
And I've probably made a big mistake because I just put Braithwaite in, and they're playing Man City.
How's that a mistake? City shit.
I know, but so are Everton.
Oh.
I like how Trossard uses...
Why did Jesus even follow that?
Yeah, but I like how Trossard uses Jesus to keep it in.
Yeah, but Jesus shouldn't have followed that. Jesus should have waited, and he might have been there for his hat-trick. Had he just left Trossard to get it. That was a good play by Hughes, to be fair.
Very good.
Did a little spin and lost Jesus.
So, you think, going back to the League Cup then, you think Tottenham won't beat Liverpool?
I genuinely think Liverpool will beat Tottenham, yeah.
I think Tottenham have got it in them to do it, though.
Tottenham have definitely got it in them, because they'll come out one week and play like prime Real Madrid. They'll come out the next week and play like prime Dagenham and Redbridge. If I'm correct, aren't even a team anymore. I apologise for picking on Dagenham and Redbridge.
You know what? Let's not pick on Dagenham. Let's give a better example. One week they can play like prime Real Madrid. The next week they play like prime Southampton.
Wow. Oh, a kick in the dick for Jim Jam. That's what you get for not being here.
Yeah.
On our special edition that's not special enough for you.
Did you recently play Newcastle?
I can't remember, you know.
You're a shit fan, aren't you?
Well, once it's gone, it's in the past. It's gone then, isn't it? I remember what we did in 1989, but I can't remember what we did yesterday.
That's what I mean. Yeah, you lost 1-0 in the league.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Doesn't bode well for you, does it?
Oh, yeah, because Gordon crossed it in for Isaac. Great goal, to be fair. It was a good goal, but Arsenal were all over Newcastle as well in the second half of that. Just shocking. Couldn't finish.
You literally have Newcastle in the EFL Cup, and then 5 days later, you got Man United in the FA Cup.
What is that spate of home games we've got there? Jesus.
Well, that's the fact that you got 2 cup games.
That are both at home, by the way.
Followed by 2 league games.
Which are both at home.
Followed by a Champions League game.
Which is at home.
5 games at home in a row.
Well, if they use jet lag as an excuse, then they've got no hope, have they? Who have we got in the Champions League, by the way?
Dino Zagreb.
So let's be honest, no disrespect, but that should be a win.
Yeah.
By rights, that should be an easy win.
But you've actually got a harder patch there if you don't. Even though you're at home to So in the league, you got Tottenham and Aston Villa.
Oh, both potential banana skins.
Oh, massive banana skins, mate. Massive banana skins.
God.
Who have you got over the Christmas period? Wow, there's your banana skin. Ipswich.
Don't, because Arsenal struggled to beat Luton last year.
I know.
We beat them in the last second with a bloody Declan Rice header.
Yeah.
I think that's a goal kick. Yeah, it's gone out of play. That Martinelli's doing really well on the right, you know.
Then you're away to Brentford and away to Brighton back to back.
Again, potential banana skins. Brighton, we normally struggle against them and all.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Fulham v Southampton, Super Sunday. Another game that they've got no chance of winning.
Well, since I've got Jimenez as my striker in my dream team, so I'm hoping he'll bag a hat-trick.
Oh, a bit of pinball. The keeper comes out and grabs it. You've got who?
Raul Jimenez.
I hope he doesn't score now. I hope he gets sent off.
He's done all right for me so far.
I hope he gets sent off in the first minute.
Wow.
Don't worry.
You know what, though?
Southampton still lose.
I'm actually quite happy for Jimenez because obviously at Wolves he had his injury and he sort of dropped off and sort of became sort of a no man. He went from being their main man to a no man, and he couldn't score, he couldn't do anything. So to see him move on and actually start scoring and doing well again, so, it's good. He's stopped wearing the head guard now, and he's.
How long do you reckon it will be? Got a question for you. How long do you think it will be? Serious question. Before Southampton go to court with the FA about all the abuse that they've been getting, and the FA bring in a rule that you're only allowed to put 10 men on the pitch against Southampton to give them a chance. Because all the assaults that they've been suffering this season.
We've been bullied by everybody.
It's just too much. That'd make an interesting court case, wouldn't it?
Yeah. In the interest of fair competitiveness, we've been bullied by everyone. Can we have a player suspended for each team?
Yeah. I'm sorry, but we feel really badly abused
I'm not going to lie.
Victimised.
After watching Southampton for the last couple of weeks, just because of Jim Jam, I'm actually wondering if teams just didn't bother putting a goalkeeper in, that Southampton could actually still score.
Like they do on ice hockey, where like if you've got a power play and you're a man up, they just shove the goaltender off and bring another outfield player on and have 6 outfield players for a bit. I mean,
I don't even think that.
Do you reckon you could go to the FA and go, can we just play rush keeper for this game? We'll just have Gabriel or Saliba just pop back and just edit clear every night. They might not even have to use their hands, let's be honest.
Like I said, I don't think Southampton are doing
I say that. Saints nearly beat us, by the way. So I'm probably not in the right position to be moaning about that.
I can't really say much. They beat us last time we played them. All 3 times.
Fucking what a shite game
times.
that last one was in the final, though. That is the most boring final I've ever watched in my life. And I watched City beat Stoke 1-0 in the FA Cup final. And that was a drab game and all.
I'm trying to think, how much was it now? 30.
Oh, good header. Good header.
He's off.
Offside. A good defending, to be fair. Although it was poor attacking, and I do think he was offside.
He was. What was I going to say? Yeah. How do I word this? I mean,
Saints of shit. You could word it
there you
like
go. But when they beat us, it was like that was a classic example of when £98 million worth of players don't turn up.
Oh yeah. But this is really good play actually from Arsenal. It come from a really poor pass by.
What annoyed me was that
well.
Odegaard didn't take the shot and he had loads of space.
Yeah, and this is what I mean is Arsenal need to have more shots.
Oh yeah, loads of space. So I got hair in my mouth. It's fucking horrible.
I wonder why.
Fucking white nylon. Fucking nylon hair in your mouth.
A nylon hair in your mouth. Yummy. That's what you get for not wanting to be on screen, you see. Yeah. I have said I think he should do this every week and just be on screen every single week.
The rash I will have.
I think that's unlikely. The amount it's irritated the crap out of him this week. I'll be honest. Unless we can find something that's a bit less annoying for you, a bit less irritating.
Without me looking like too much of a twat.
I mean, that's not going to happen even if you took the disguise off.
Why did he back out then?
I'm not too sure, actually. Martinelli
Totally bottled it.
could have got his foot. Is someone injured because the ref's stopping the game? Oh, Gahey is down on the floor. Half on the floor.
He's doesn't look too...
It doesn't look too bad, if you ask me. It looks like there's nothing wrong with it. He's now pushing
he's
the ref
holding
away.
his shoulder. I don't know. Now he's crying a little bit. Wiping his eyes. Yeah. It's definitely slowed down a little bit. I want more goals. That's one thing that annoys me. It's like
You've had 5.
Yeah, but look at
it's
the
one game of football.
Like last week when we were giving shit to Jim Jam for Southampton, right? Who else? I'd actually, you know what? I want to put this one out there, and I'd like comments and a bit of interaction. Who else is pissed off when you watch a game like the Southampton-Tottenham game, and they're 5-0 at half time? Arsenal did it to someone else recently as well. 5-0 at half time.
West Ham, I believe.
Second half, dull as shit. No goals. Teams.
Yeah, to be fair, I had a conversation with Darryl that week, and he said, "Oh, I'm not watching the Arsenal game." I said, "Oh, we're 5 up at half time." He went, "I'll watch the second half, but I guarantee if I do, there's going to be no goals."
Yeah.
But
But it's annoying because
no
teams
goals,
that they like take the pressure off a little bit and it just gets dull. There should be like extra points available if you score more than 8 goals or something. So it's like you won, there's your 3 points. You scored 8 goals, there's 4.
It would make the league a little bit more messed up, I think.
Why?
How
many 8-0s have you seen in your time?
Well, Southampton have seen 3 9-0s. This is really turned into a Jim Jam battering match at this point. But, I mean...
Well, if I'm going to keep setting you up, you've got to keep knocking them down.
That's the thing. If the door's open, I'm going to walk through. And, yeah, Saints have conceded 9 twice, which would have not only given them a minus 18 goal difference, but would have given their opponents, probably a 5-point win.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think you could change the point scoring in football anymore because it's too well set in what it is. Although they have done it because you used to get 2 points for a win.
Yeah. And that was there for like 80 years, and then they changed it.
So, I mean, it has been done. It's not like it's never been touched.
Exactly. I think there should be like a thing that you gain a point for scoring X amount of goals. So even if you lose like, I don't know, say you set it at 5. You score 5 goals, you get an extra point, right? But you lose 6-5.
Nobody's scoring 5 and losing. Nobody's scoring 5 goals and losing. You're going to Google, has it ever happened? It'll have happened in 1884 and you'll be like, point proved! It's a totally different game now. It's not even the same. Nothing is the same. I don't think you're scoring 5 and losing. Don't go back to that Arsenal-Reading game either. Because that would invalidate your point because that was a cup game, not a league game. Giroud at full time threw his shirt into the crowd because he thought the game was over.
So
and it wasn't,
we've got one in the World Cup where Switzerland played Austria and Switzerland lost 7-5.
Again, probably not the group stage.
World Cup.
Wouldn't have been points.
Yeah, but the point is, matches do happen where this happens.
Show me a league game where that happens. See, he's even got the power of Google and he's still struggling to find one.
No, it's just the problem is, even though I put football and soccer in, Google keeps coming up with American football.
Oh, God.
So it's trying to sift through.
I imagine there's quite a few American football teams that have scored 5 and lost.
Okay, this will not let me zoom out, so I'm going to have to keep scraping across. We have September 29th, 2007, Portsmouth versus Reading at 7-4.
7-4, still not a 5.
No, hang on. Tottenham, Reading 6-4.
Yeah, still not a 5.
Tottenham, Wigan 9-1, 8-2, 7-3.
8-2,
5-5, West Brom, Man United.
Okay. That counts.
4-5 Norwich, 9-0. Man United have a lot of 9-0s. 6-3, 7-2, 8-1, 5-4, 7-2, 5-4, 8.
See, all these games he's scrolling through and he's struggling to find. He's found one that was 5-5, which basically would have been 2 points each rather than 1 point each.
Yeah. But you still scored 5.
Under our new scoring points system.
Yeah, irrelevant. I still think it works. I think they should set a limit. So if you score X amount of points, you get a point. Or for every goal you score afterwards, you get a point.
They have that in friendly competitions, don't they? If you hit so many goals, you get an extra point, and then they have a penalty shootout after every game, and if you win that, you get an extra point. And
do they?
That doesn't sound good. Oh, we even heard the screams from here, and normally you don't.
Oh, I thought that was just a fan shouting or something.
No, it was kind of fury.
Oh, ow.
Ouch.
Studs to the side of the foot and then roll your ankle.
Studs showing sides of the ankle, and his ankle went under the boot. I can understand why he's shouting. I bet that hurt.
And then he's waving to his mum.
He's only just come back from injury.
Yeah, he's injured again.
He's out again, yeah.
Mate, that's nasty.
I can imagine like Arteta coming out going, "Can we put Lewis Skelly back on, please?" Because we've just taken him off for him, and now he's coming off after, 6 minutes?
He's a lucky boy.
They have looked at it.
Yeah, that's nasty.
We've got the TV volume on quite low because obviously we didn't want it to pick up on the mics, but I can't believe they've looked at that and not given him a red card. Stood showing. Are you telling me... Right, a red card is for endangering the safety of an opponent. Are you telling me that is not endangering his safety? Because that could have snapped his ankle like that quite easily.
I think he has. I mean, the way his ankle rolled and he's gone over, that potentially could be.
And the scream, he's potentially broken something. Possibly.
The fact that he's hit the ground and immediately started doing this.
Well, that's... For
his
the audio only, that is sticking your hand in the air and waving it like you just don't care.
Yeah, pretty much. That automatically tells. And he hasn't done like 19 rolls.
Yeah, that's the big tell, isn't it? He just hit the floor and stayed there.
Yeah.
That is the big tell for a footballer. And he's still on the floor, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
For anyone that's interested. Which nobody is.
And they very quickly removed him.
I'm not surprised. Although, technically, they still can go back, send him off, and then the sub will have to go off. But apparently they've checked it and it's fine. I don't think it's fine. I think that's a red card. I think that decision was absolute bullshit. But it's not my call to make. And Jeff Schlupp have come on for Jean-Philippe Mateta. Calafiori is not moving well there at all, is he?
Nah, he's limping.
I mean, it looked like it hurt, to be fair. I'm surprised he's carrying on.
You might be seeing if he can carry on.
Look, he didn't even run. He's done, I think. I think his race is run today.
If I was Arteta, I'd be taking him off just for the.
What are we on now? 35 minutes, nearly 36 minutes recording. That's not too bad.
No, we're doing all right. I mean, we're probably boring the shit out of everyone listening, but you know, it's.
To be fair, we do that every week. So if they're still listening, they obviously like being bored. Maybe they listen to us to go to sleep too.
That's
We're a cure for insomnia.
That's it.
We are Insomnia's cure.
Do you think what we should do then is rebrand ourselves and like sell it as a sleep aid?
The Sunday League Pundit Insomnia Cure.
Yeah. Sleep aid.
We
guarantee you will be asleep within 2 hours.
Yeah, but you get someone there drinking Red Bull going, "Still awake! Still awake!" You've hit 2 hours and 3 seconds.
All I'm going to say is I'm worried about those people that are driving home.
Yeah, I should put a warning. Do not listen to this while driving, because you could potentially fall asleep and kill you and everyone around you. Not to say we're boring, but, you know, we're just boring. Especially when we're doing watch-alongs.
I think we should also do, like, a disclaimer that, like, 99% of what we say will be bullshit, like, just absolute talking shit.
Is it that low? 99? I think it's more than that.
Possibly.
I think we could go for the 400 on that one.
100%.
I think we could go for the gold on that one.
100% bollocks.
Absolute shit.
Viewers' discretion is advised.
And if you've seen any of our TikTok clips that have gone, not viral, but gone bigger than the others and have had lots of comments on, you'll see how much shit I've actually been given for my opinions, which are apparently bullshit. Full of shit. Worst thing I've ever heard in my life. This couldn't be any more wrong if it was from Wrongland, I think one comment was.
You know what makes me laugh, though, is when you put these statements out, or you say something and everyone's telling you how fucking wrong you are, and then you end up being right.
Right, I think the one he's referring to is when months ago I said City are a one-man team, and I got pelters for it, and then Rodri got injured, and they've won 1 in 14 now, or 15.
Stupid.
So who was right? It was me, wasn't it? It was me, wasn't it? He came around to my thinking before it all happened anyway, and sort of, oh yeah, I can see actually where that could be a thing. I still don't think he was fully convinced until this particular run.
Yeah.
Because if you all remember, Rodri actually got injured last season around November, December, and City went on a pretty bad run then as well, which is when I called them a one-man team and got a lot of shit for it.
Yeah.
And I said that Haaland was a shockingly bad footballer, albeit a great goal scorer, which they are two different things. As somebody that scored goals and wasn't that great at football, I can quite easily say that that is a thing. I didn't get past people with skill and ability. It was just sheer pace.
Finish!
That was like their goal in the first half.
That was exactly the same as the one that Martinelli scored. This time, Martinelli wasn't there to get in the way.
To be fair, Rice has just hit the exact shot that set up Martinelli when Martinelli happened to be in the way of the ball. But yeah, 5. This is. Do you know how many times Arsenal have scored 5 under Arteta, and we've still won fuck all?
Quite a few, I'd say.
Even just this calendar year. We've probably had 7 where we've scored 5 or more. Maybe even 8 games where we've scored 5 or more. And we've still won fuck all.
Yeah, but you
we were 8 points clear at the end of February 2 years ago. February. 8 points February. And we still managed.
Yes, but you're losing the games that are important. It's
all
all good scoring 19 goals against fucking Southampton.
That was a great finish.
And it's
all
all
right.
right.
Keeper got his hand to it. Fuck me.
It's all right scoring
Fair play to
20
the
goals
keeper.
against Leicester, 19 goals against Southampton, and then getting dicked by fucking Liverpool 6-0.
I don't know what that celebration's about. He's sort of pretending to be asleep or something. And then he gets elbowed in the face by Calafiori.
It's like,
I've been injured. Fucking you are.
You are now, you
We
twat.
both had the same thought then. It must be what was going through his head. Oh, my ankle's killing me. It's some earache for
Notice
you.
Martinelli didn't go to congratulate him.
Yeah, he's like, why couldn't you wait till I got in the way of it, you twat? Jesus is coming off for Nwaneri, which... Who the fuck's going to go up front, man? Who's going to go up front?
Timber's off. Maybe they push Trossard
Timber's Timber's going on. Like, Timber's a defender, and he's a midfielder's coming on for him. A striker's come off for another. So we've now got 6 midfielders and no strikers and 3 defenders. We're playing a 3-7 formation. Oh no, Partey. There you go. Partey's gone right back, which I think is bloody stupid because he's crap at it. So we were still 4 at the back because Partey's gone. So Marino will now be the DM, even though I think he's shit as well. I'd rather bought Archie Gray and had him permanently as DM.
Yeah.
Because I think he's better than Partey and fucking Marino, if I'm honest. I think Tottenham are going to ruin him. But Nwaneri has come on for Jesus, so who's gone up front?
Havertz is already off.
It literally looks like Nwaneri is playing as the front man. Look.
Well, what position's he normally?
Odegaard's position, one of the AMs.
Oh.
Either where Rice is or where Odegaard is. But it looks as though he's pushed him as...
Looks like he's trying to false 9 then.
Well, false 9 to go with what? The false manager that we've got. You knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Because I have to slag him off at some point. I can't go more than 10 minutes watching a game without slagging him off because he's shit.
And I'm just going to keep setting you up for him.
The thing is, I'm saying our manager's shit. We're currently 5-1 up against Palace, who we struggle to beat midweek.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're a bad team, and I think that's the annoying thing, is when you are 8 points clear at the end of February, you should be winning that league.
And despite the fact that you played more games, you're still 3rd.
Still 3rd, yeah.
So that says something about White.
Because the 2 defeats that we've had this season have both been poor discipline. Nothing else. Petulance and poor discipline. You know not to kick the fucking ball away, yet you keep kicking the ball away and getting sent off. And did it and he was lucky not to get booked. Like, they've got to stop it. And Arteta is the one. It comes from the top.
Yeah.
And it's just annoying.
I mean, unfortunately, I don't see Everton derailing Chelsea at all.
I can't see that happening.
And Tottenham, Liverpool, I'd be happy with a draw.
That could be a storming game, or it could be the worst 7-0 drubbing for Tottenham you've ever seen in your life. It depends which Tottenham turn up, doesn't it?
I think it also depends which Liverpool turn up.
That was a phenomenal touch by Nwaneri then.
Because in the midweek,
Great
that's a great ball.
But well played by Martinelli. Sorry, I just
Yeah.
hit the mic. Well played by Martinelli as well to actually get onto
But it's
the
like
end
in
of
the
it.
midweek, Liverpool really struggled against Southampton.
I'd shit for this as well, where I've said, okay, Liverpool are top, they're doing well, and they deserve to be there because they're playing well. But they are not convincing.
No.
Some guy said to me on one of the comments underneath, he went, but they're first, how are they not convincing? I don't know what's fucking difficult about this, mate. They're winning unconvincingly. They're not winning 8-0 and rollering teams over. They're getting penalties in the 90th minute and getting a win out of it.
Well, Man United won a league doing the same thing.
You know, well, they did, so it could happen, but
It does happen.
that doesn't change the fact that Liverpool are not convincing, whether they're first or not. They could be first by fucking 20 points. They're still not doing it convincingly.
Yeah.
It may look convincing when you look at the
thing
table.
is,
but it
sometimes
doesn't
winning
make it
leagues is
convincing.
about scraping those nasty victories,
It
playing
is,
dirty.
But watching football and understanding people's opinions is all about fucking common sense, and there's not enough of that in the world.
They need to change the name of common sense
Yeah,
by
it's
definition, because it's not
it's
common.
rare as hen's teeth now. It's not common at all. I mean, it used to be common when we were allowed to actually parent children, but now you're not allowed to parent children. They've all grown up to be morons brought up by YouTube and TikTok.
Yeah.
And they're all just fucking social media zombies now that we're bringing. Again, not very football related topics that we're talking about here. But it is annoying, and the game sort of got to a drab stage where not a lot is happening. So we end up... This is what football fans do when they're actually watching a game of football.
It's
You'll go from one conversation to the next, to the next, to the next.
Yeah.
That's why we said this is a special edition, because it's not specifically all football related, because, you know, we're morons and we get sidetracked, and I'm going to stick with the morons thing.
You
really.
imagine how uncomfortable this is. I'm a right dribbler and I'm wearing something over my mouth. This beard is gopping.
I don't know why, but that word really threw me because I wasn't expecting it. I don't know why. It proper threw me for a minute. Gopping. What the fuck is that? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, right. Okay, composure.
You've got none.
No, you're right.
Not while I'm here, anyway.
Yeah, anyway. As for disguises, we may start buying tin ribs. Different disguises each week and getting him on. It might be a guess who he is this week kind of thing, and I might start looking for costumes that are just really like you know, like the mascots at football that weigh about 20 stone and are like a heated blanket. And then I've got 3 heaters.
Wait till midsummer for it.
I've got 3 heaters in here. I'm going to put all 3 of them on for 3 hours before you guys get here. This place is going to be like a sauna, and you. I mean, we call him Tin Ribs because he's skinny as fuck now. You want to wait till he leaves this shed after we've sorted him out. He's honestly he's gonna
Pure
look,
sweat.
yeah. Apart from the beauty bit, you're gonna look like a supermodel when you leave because you're gonna look like you've lived on water for your entire life.
Basically, skin on bones.
You're gonna go from your 7.5 stone that you are now to 4 by the time you walk out. Like, what's your weight loss? Do a podcast.
Sweat.
I do a podcast for 2 hours and I sweat me ring off.
Yeah. Tell you what, though, this is
Let's
it.
Google hot and sweaty costumes.
I'm not going to lie, this is literally scratching the shite out of my upper lip.
What is?
This here, just scratching the life out of my upper lip.
What? Oh, the beard's faking it. I keep forgetting.
Mate, if I could grow a
forgetting.
beard this fucking impressive,
Yeah,
I would.
Your hair's got that grey at 40 years old that I wasn't sure it wasn't yours.
Yeah. Mate, I'm not joking. If I could grow a beard this impressive in reality, I'd have a beard this impressive.
I still think it's funny, actually.
What, the fact that I grow facial hair as good as a fucking 5-year-old?
Yeah. Because, like, I'm not being funny, but you do look a bit like David De Gea.
I get that a lot. I turned up to a game once and the manager shouted, "Does Fergie know you're playing today?"
And you were like, "Yeah, he's fucking kicked me out."
I'm suspended.
I'm searching costumes here while the game's on because it's 5-1. We're in the 93rd minute. There's literally 2
You've
minutes
literally
left.
lost interest, haven't you? This is molten. Look, it's actually molten. There you go. You can see it. There you go. Look, on the camera, you can see it. Fucking molten.
Oh, that was actually quite clear because it was against the black
background. So when I was saying that I've got shit in my mouth, like it's in my mouth.
Wow! Don't say that.
That's
I've got shit in my mouth. No.
Yeah. Well, they've seen it now. If you haven't seen it, I've just literally bits of this nylon beard are falling off.
What you should have said was, "I've got hair in my mouth," not "I've got shit in my mouth."
Yeah, we're a floaty boat.
Certain things should never go into a human being's mouth, and that is
definitely one of them.
Definitely one that should never be there. Although I don't know if you've ever had kids, but if you have had a baby, it's not guaranteed that it's not going to happen because they can fire it out.
Oh,
you don't even have to be near them.
No, you should see. I've got one of my funniest memories was so I'd gone to change. It's midnight. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I've gone to change the boy's nappy.
Yep.
The ex has gone to the toilet.
Okay.
And as I've lifted his legs up, took the old nappy off, cleaned it up, just as I've gone to slide the new nappy in, he shoots a jet of shit. And I'm not joking. This jet of shit. You know the room. You know what's now my dressing room.
Yeah.
So it was behind the door.
Yeah.
It hit the wall the other side.
Jesus Christ.
Just as my ex walked in and matrixed backwards as a stream of shit missed her face by about an inch.
Wow.
He literally fired a jet of shit like a super soaker.
That's really gross and very impressive.
I know, yeah.
All at the same time.
So that is how you get...
And it's also slightly disappointing that it missed your ex, because that would have been even funnier.
Yeah, it would have actually been hilarious.
That's it. Arsenal were attacking, but he's blowing the final whistle.
So
it's
there you
5-1. It was a much more comfortable, easy game than I thought it was going to be. Although we're still not going to win the league.
At the start of the game, looked a little bit more shaky, but you settled in well.
I like the fact that last season Arsenal were the only contenders to City. Now City are in 6th. Arsenal are now in 3rd.
Mm-hmm. Remember how you're saying it's a one-team league? It's kind of shat all over your party on this one, hasn't it?
No, City have shat all over my party by being shit all year.
Chelsea are doing well. Liverpool doing well.
Chelsea are really, really good, actually.
I know, yeah.
I mean, they've gone from like a team of 300 players that doesn't know who should play where to a real force.
But are you going to say that they're a one-man team? Because without Palmer, they don't look so...
Yeah, well, it's that position, though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's that position, that central midfield thing. Okay, ours and Chelsea is an attacking midfielder, and City's is a defensive midfielder, but it's still that central midfield that seems to control games. Or
Absolutely.
in City's position now, not control games.
Mm. Could be very interesting.
So, right, we're going to leave it with you that week. Obviously, we're not playing this week. Fuck, what is wrong with me today? I've got issues, man. I've got issues.
Send help.
Don't, because they'll get upset and leave. They'll need help by the time. Oh, fucking hell. I'd send a therapist to therapy. That's how bad it is. Anyway, thank you for joining us this week. Sorry it's not been exactly the same. We are missing Jim, and on a serious note, we hope he manages to sort out whatever he needs to sort out and gets better, because he's been a bit poorly over the last few weeks, which is why he hasn't been with us. So yeah, Jim, if you're listening, mate, I hope you get better soon. I hope everything's okay. And so we haven't been playing our games that we normally play and doing what we normally do. But hopefully, going forward, we'll be able to get a few guests on, and we'll be able to start playing the games again and just prattling about and having more. And I'm glad Tim Ribs has decided to join me on screen this week, because it's not the same when there's just one of us on screen. So
I thought Stitch did a fantastic job last week.
Stitch did do okay last week, although he was a little bit quieter than Jim. Not much, but a little bit quieter than Jim.
I thought he was very disruptive.
Well, he could be sometimes. Yeah, it was a bit annoying. But so thank you very much for joining us. and we shall see you beautiful people next week.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.